Which One Piece island would be easiest to impregnate someone on? Let's face it, pirates are horny, and they'll breed anywhere from a ship to a shed to around the undead. But not all locations are made equal, so in this video, I'll be ranking these 8 locations by how easy it is to get preggo there. The locations will be ranked in a bracket-style tournament I have named Impregnation Island. If you can guess the top spot, then top of the morning to ya, because you're a person of culture. Okay, first up, we got Baratie versus Fishman Island. The fish head versus getting head surrounded by fish. Now, any boat you breed on lets you take advantage of the motion of the ocean. Your partner can ride you in sync with the waves until she gets seasick, or should I say, sea dick. Once you're done with a few rounds, you can go downstairs and recharge with the finest food in the sea. Plus, the constant flow of wine will keep her constantly flowing from her Bartholin glands. The one downside is that Sanji the cuck likes to spy on you, and it kills the mood to make eye contact with Sanji as you're giving her your hot beef injection. Injections are one way to take steroids, but Horty uses pills, just like me, for my ED. But on Fishman Island, I'm hard as a rock. Imagine giving her back shots while you look at the fish. Or is it fishes? Or fishes? Go to sleep. Daddy's here. Anyways, ramming her fish taco with the sea life around you is gonna be like banging in an aquarium. I've actually been banned twice from the aquarium, once for boinking and once for fighting the hammerhead shark. I just grabbed it from the corners of its head, put my foot in the middle, and yanked it harder than Sanji yanking his meat while spying on us. But Fishman Island offers a premium pregnating experience because the fishy smell turns me on like crazy. If it's between eating dead fish and eating my partner's fishy smelling clam, then I'll be making Fishman Island Freakman Island. And the freakiest looking people are inhabited on Punk Hazard and Thriller Bark. Except you, Perona. Please don't release the tape of me pretending to be your dog. But even that would be a better fate than breeding on Thriller Bark. The smell of rotting flesh is so pungent that it could only be compared to a Reddit mod. What's worse is the zombies always try to get in on the action, but they never go for her. They just keep tickling my taint. So I push them back into the dirt, so I can continue pushing into her with my girth. But it gets worse. Dr. Hogrider keeps asking me if I want to swap partners for a night. Bro, I don't want your zombie chick. Okay, maybe I do, but there's no way in hell you're touching my girl. But perhaps hell is closer than we think with places like Punk Hazard. Have you ever tried smashing in extreme weather? No? Neither have I. But I have smashed that fucking hammerhead shark's noggin. Being too hot or cold is a boner killer. If we're on the fireside, I can't bust because I'm sweating worse than when Perona uploaded my doggy endeavors. If we're on the icy side, my sperm will be freeze-dried like I'm donating to the sperm bank. And honestly, both of those sound like a better alternative than being near Caesar. I just know that lewd scientists will drug and attach animal limbs onto us. And Caesar, if you're watching this, I want a horse cock. Now we gotta choose between the undead and having a reshaped dickhead. And at this point, I'd rather fuck like an animal than be surrounded by cannibals. Punk Hazard will become Preggo Hazard. And it's hazardous to use the B room after Magellan expels his guts. So let's talk about Impel Down versus Dressrosa. This may surprise you, and it also might surprise you to know that... Alright, I'm done. It would also shock you to know that I'd willingly live in Impel Down if I was in One Piece. Ivankov was basically hosting a prison orgy every single day. He'd pump me full of horny goat weed so I can snoo my partner till we set a record for the number of cream pies baked in a day. Also, if I'm in the mood to be a mommy, Ivankov can gender bend me like I bent that hammerhead shark's head. But it's not just about how many times your partner rides the bony pony. Did you know that arousal in men and women can increase the chance of conception? So Dressrosa might be the place where we put one in the oven. Get the fuck out of here, we'll talk about your island next. Hate that guy. Dressrosa is the island of toys, and that means me and my partners are using Smex toys to get extra frisky. But wait, Sigma Hat! Aren't those Smex toys conscious humans? Yeah, they are. Also, once Dofi makes his birdcage, me and my lady will literally have a timer to put a baby in her cage. And I like a challenge. Toys are great, but they don't compare to the stimulation of Ivankov's fingers. I'ma have to go down on her in Impel Down. And we are down to the last 2 contenders, Whole Cake Island versus Egghead. I propose we rename this island to Whore Cake Island. This breeding ground is where my glorious queen, Big Mom, blessed us with her family of 85. And for good reason. The islands are all made out of food so you can refuel between sessions. And even though Big Mom's homies watch as we engage in playtime, I don't mind it. It feels like I'm on an acid trip, and doing the hokey pokey while you're on substances is utter euphoria. The only feeling that can compare is the feeling of me twisting that fucking hammerhead's cranium into a horseshoe magnet. Speaking of magnets, Egghead has a lot of those, but more than a technology hub, Egghead resembles the hub. That kinky Dr. Vegapunk has designed pleasure tools that are beyond your comprehension. Think of a rose toy, but instead of weak cell phone vibration, it channels the power of Whitebeard's Tremor fruit to model a mini earthquake so she can earthqueef. And for you brain-rotted men, Vegapunk has made a VR headset so you can smash your girl and have Sigma Hat pirate videos playing in the next tab for a more explosive mochi shot. Hey, it's okay, I don't blame you for finishing to my videos. Just finish the actual video so my retention doesn't drop. And I'ma drop a baby in my lady, but where is the question? And I'll answer by saying I'm getting head in Egghead. Okay, semi-finals of the bracket, we got Fishman Island versus Impel Down. Now this is hard, because I'd be hard in both these places. But where would I be harder? Well, after years of breeding fish ussy, I've become naturally aroused by the smell of a fishy clunge. It's gotten so bad that I've been banned from fish markets, piers, boats, and Petco. But even that arousal doesn't compare to Ivankov's injectable honey packs. I've become so horny, I'll breed anything. One time, I even ended up finishing in Buggy the Clown. Okay, to be fair, this was before Ivankov drugged me, but you get the point. And at this point, I gotta choose between fishy smelling odor and breeding while not sober. I'd have to go with inbreeding in Impel to make some incels. Next up, we got Punk Hazard versus Egghead. You'd think this would be an easy choice, and you're right at the next highway exit. Oh, sorry guys, I was giving Zoro directions. But let's stay on the topic of erections. Egghead clearly has better toys, scenery, and weather. Is there anything Punk Hazard can offer? Well, if I was grasping at straws from Luffy's Straw Hat, then you could potentially fuck in the pool in the middle of the island. But there's sharks in that water, so instead of fucking, I'd want to fuck up those sharks like Nami did. So I can easily say, I'm fertilizing my partner's egg in Egghead. Okay, time for the finals. We got... Oh, hold on, I'm getting a call. Sigma, on the wall? Who is on the other line of this call?
Glug, motherfucker. Heard you were talking shit. Let's settle this beef.
You mean seafood?
What?
Because you're a fish and...
Shut your goofy up. Sign the contract, big boy.
Oh boy, as soon as I finish this video, I'm ripping off the sides of his head. He's not gonna be a hammerhead shark. He'll just be a head shark. That gets no head because he's ugly. But back to the final. Egghead or Impel Down? Where would I rather give back shots? Since these are both prime locations, let's talk about their nerf. Egghead has a pretty big one. You see, the robots on the island use AI to analyze your breeding performance. After a while of studying your boning, they can please your partner better than you ever did. Which leaves you to be a cuck like Sanji and watch the robot put his metallic nuts inside her guts. What about Impel Down? Well, I only really talked about Ivankov's hideout, but if you're in any other location, it's you that's getting bred. You think people fear Magellan because of his devil fruit, but he actually punishes prisoners by breeding them with his punisher. And sometimes he'll do you while making doo-doo. The putrid stench plus toxic nut combo has made the toughest prisoners fall to their knees. And I need to pick a winner. You know what? Getting violated is bad, but at least I don't lose my girl to another man. Impel Down wins! And I'm gonna win the fight against that fucking hammerhead. If you enjoyed this video, consider suggesting a location for the fight and subscribe for more One Piece and anime content. Bye bye!